What is the meaning of the verb go ahead?
When you tell people to go ahead, you tell them to do something without any further delay or hesitation. Yes, go ahead and leave work early. It's no problem.
What is the meaning of the verb sort out?
When you do something to solve a problem or to correct a misunderstanding, you sort it out. Janice was angry with me about what happened last night, but I called her and we sorted everything out.
What is the meaning of the verb sneak inland too?
When you enter a place without anyone seeing or hearing you, you sneak in or sneak into the place. When I was a kid, I used to sneak into the movie theater through the emergency exit.
What is the meaning of the verb turn up?
When you turn up an electrical or mechanical device. You change the controls to increase the level of what it is producing or doing. Turn down is the opposite of turn up. Will you turn up the TV? I can't hear it.
What is the meaning of the verb light up?
When you light up a cigarette, cigar, or pipe, you use a match or lighter to start it burning. Here are the matches, let's light up. Lighting a cigarette up next to the gasoline truck was the last thing he ever did.
What is the meaning of the verb take over, from /is?
When people are elected, appointed, or hired to take control of a country. State, city, business, school, building, and so on, and to replace the people in control. They take over as something, or take over from someone. Cardis Ortega will be taking over as sales manager next year.
What is the meaning of the verb stick out?
When a characteristic or feature of something sticks out, that feature is very noticeable. Alan's nearly 7 feet tall and has red hair, so he really sticks out in a crowd.
What is the meaning of the verb put up to?
When you persuade or pressure people to do something that is illegal. Dangerous, foolish, or unwise, you put them up to it. When Jake was arrested for shooting Hank, he said Raquel had put him up to it by threatening to tell the police about his other crimes.
What is the meaning of the verb follow up, on?
When you follow up on something, you return to something that was important to. You previously because you now have more information or more time or because. You want to make sure some effort you made previously is correct or effective. I saw a beautiful house with a for sale sign and I followed up on it when I got home. The doctor told me I'd need to follow up the treatment with physical therapy.
What is the meaning of the verb come over, to?
When people move from one side of a place to the other. Where you are, they come over or come over to where you are. Come over here and say that again.
What is the meaning of the verb go up, to?
When something extends to a certain point that is farther north or at a higher elevation. It goes up to that point. Go down is the opposite of go up. This trail went up to the base camp at the foot of the mountain.
What is the meaning of the verb give away?
When you give something away, you give it to someone without asking for anything in return. Because you do not want it or because you want to help the person you are giving it to. He made nearly $1 billion, but after he retired he gave most of his money away.
What is the meaning of the verb bring up?
When you introduce a new topic into a conversation, you bring it up. You and your big mouth. We were having a great time until you brought that up.
What is the meaning of the verb show up?
When you appear somewhere, you show up. Turn up is similar to show up. Over 100 people showed up for the news conference.
What is the meaning of the verb throw away?
When you throw something away, you dispose of it by putting it in the waste basket, trash, and so on. Throw out is the same as throw away. If you're finished with these papers, throw them away.
What is the meaning of the verb go away, to?
When you leave your home and live temporarily at another place, such as a school, you go away to that place. Some young people are nervous about going away to school, but others look forward to it.
What is the meaning of the verb cover up?
When you cover something completely, you cover it up. I covered the cake up so no bugs would land on it.
What is the meaning of the verb go after?
When you go after something, you try to obtain it even though it may be difficult to do. Todd trained for a year before going after the record in the 100-yard dash.
What is the meaning of the verb show up?
When something appears or becomes visible, it shows up. It's hard to photograph polar bears because they don't show up well against the snow.
What is the meaning of the verb kick back in formal?
When you kick back, you relax. It's been a tough week. Tonight I'm going to buy a case of beer and kick back.
What is the meaning of the verb head for?
When you are headed for or are heading for a certain situation. Condition, or consequence, it is becoming more likely. This is going to be a great vacation, we're heading for a good time.
What is the meaning of the verb turn around?
When you turn around, you move a vehicle or your body so that it faces the opposite direction. When you turn something around, you move it so that it faces the opposite direction. You should turn this house plant around so that the other side can get some light.
What is the meaning of the verb fall behind, in?
When you are in a group that is studying, working, and so on. And they learn faster or get more work done because you are learning or working more slowly than the others. You fall behind or fall behind in your work, studies, and so on. When you do not complete work as fast as it was originally planned and expected, you fall behind schedule. Get behind is similar to fall behind. Keep up is the opposite of fall behind. The building project will fall behind schedule if the construction workers go on strike.
What is the meaning of the verb keep to?
When you keep something to a certain cost, quantity, or amount. You do not let the cost, quantity, or amount go higher than that level. Here's my credit card, but keep your spending to a minimum, don't go crazy with it.
What is the meaning of the verb cover up?
When you cover up a crime, you do something to try to prevent other people from learning of it. The mayor was accused of covering up his ties to organized crime.
What is the meaning of the verb burned up informal?
When something makes you very angry, it burns you up. I have to say something to Sally about what she did. It's burning me up.
What is the meaning of the verb get inland to?
When you get in or get into a place, you arrive. When the vehicle you are in gets in or gets into a place, it arrives. Come in is similar to get in. I'll be waiting for you at the station when your train gets into the station.
What is the meaning of the verb help out, with?
When you help out or help people out. You assist them in doing some work, or you lend or give them money or something else that they need. We had a lot of work to do, so Maria helped out.
What is the meaning of the verb come across?
When something you say or do comes across a certain way. Your attitude or feelings are perceived in this way by other people. His American humor didn't come across well in Britain.
What is the meaning of the verb warm up?
When the temperature of a thing or place becomes higher, it warms up. I set the thermostat at 80 degrees, and the house warmed right up.
What is the meaning of the verb narrow down?
When you narrow down things or people in a list or group. You remove some of them so that the number of things or people is reduced. The detective narrowed the suspects down to the butler, the cook, and the maid.
What is the meaning of the verb ask for?
When you ask for something, you tell someone that you want it. We asked the waiter for some more coffee.
What is the meaning of the verb think up?
When you think up something, such as an idea, solution, or plan, you use your imagination to create it. Maria thought up a great way to make some extra money.
What is the meaning of the verb pull off?
When you are driving and you pull off the road, you drive to the side of the road and stop. If I get sleepy while I'm driving, I always pull off the road and take a nap.
What is the meaning of the verb get through, to?
When you get through or get through to someone. Usually on a telephone or radio, you are able to speak to that person. Nancy tried calling Jim last night, but she couldn't get through.
What is the meaning of the verb lock out?
When a business locks out workers, the workers are prohibited from working by the business management. Management locked the workers out after they refused to sign the new contract.
What is the meaning of the verb get together informal?
When you get yourself together, or get it together. You gain control of your emotions after you have become upset or emotional. Bob was very upset before the party, but he got it together before the guests came.
What is the meaning of the verb turn down?
When you turn down an electrical or mechanical device. You change the controls to decrease the level of what it is producing or doing. Turn up is the opposite of turn down. Could you turn the radio down? I'm trying to sleep.
What is the meaning of the verb get on?
When you enter a bus, train, airplane, ship, and so on, you get on it. The bus stopped so that I could get on.
What is the meaning of the verb fool around, with?
When you fool around with something, you do something that may be dangerous or foolish. You shouldn't fool around with the insides of your computer unless you know what you're doing.
What is the meaning of the verb go out, with?
When two people with a romantic interest in each other go out. They go together to a place of entertainment in order to have fun and spend time together. Sally and Jim went out for 3 years before they got married.
What is the meaning of the verb hang on informal?
When you hang on, you wait for a short time. Hold on is the same as hang on. Judy's coming to the phone now, can you hang on?
What is the meaning of the verb run up, to?
When you run to a higher level or place, you run up or run up to that place. If I'd heard the baby crying, I would have run up to his bedroom.
What is the meaning of the verb kick back in formal?
When you kick back, you relax. It's been a tough week. Tonight I'm going to buy a case of beer and kick back.
What is the meaning of the verb screw out of?
When you get money or something valuable from people in a dishonest way, you screw them out of it. That con man screwed me out of my life savings.
What is the meaning of the verb go after?
When you chase and try to physically stop or to attack people, you go after them. A policeman saw him stealing the car and went after him.
What is the meaning of the verb switch on?
When you switch on an electrical or mechanical device. You change the controls to make it start producing or doing something. Turn on is similar to switch on. Switch off is the opposite of switch on. The sign should have been switched on by the manager in the morning.
What is the meaning of the verb catch on, to?
When you catch on or catch on to people, you realize that they are trying to trick or cheat you. It took me a while, but I finally caught on to him.
What is the meaning of the verb go out, of?
When people or things leave a place, room, or house that you are in, they go out or go out of it. Come in is the opposite of go out. I'm trying to study go out and play in the backyard.
What is the meaning of the verb calm down?
When you calm down, you become less active, nervous, or upset. When you calm other people down, you do something to make them less active, nervous, or upset. Settle down is similar to calm down. Mike tried to calm his sister down after she had a fight with her husband.
What is the meaning of the verb close down?
When you close down a business or a business is closed down, it closes permanently or for a long time. The ski resort will close down for the summer on May 1st.
What is the meaning of the verb turn on?
When you turn on an electrical or mechanical device. You change the controls to make it start producing or doing something. Turn off is the opposite of turn on. Switch on is the same as turn on. Can you turn the light on, please? It's dark in here.
What is the meaning of the verb kick back, to?
When you kick back money or kick back money to business people or government officials. You illegally and secretly give them a percentage of the money. That they spend with your company as a reward for giving you the business. The prosecutor said that 5% of every contract was kicked back to the head of the purchasing department.
What is the meaning of the verb pull out, of?
When soldiers leave a combat zone or an area where combat is likely, they pull out or are pulled out. Go in is the opposite of pull out. When Sergeant Jones saw the enemy soldiers getting closer, he ordered his men to pull out.
What is the meaning of the verb fill up?
When you fill something up, you fill it completely. We always fill the tank up when we're in Indiana because gas is cheaper there.
What is the meaning of the verb fill out?
When you fill out a form, you put information in the correct spaces. Fill in is the same as fill out. The personnel director asks Sophia to fill out an application.
What is the meaning of the verb bump into?
When you meet people unexpectedly or unintentionally, you bump into them. Run into is the same as bump into. Bumping into one of my neighbors while I was in Rome sure was a surprise.
What is the meaning of the verb hang on, to?
When you hang on or hang on to something, you hold it tightly so that you will not fall or be hurt. Hold on is similar to hang on. L fell off the horse because I wasn't hanging on tightly enough.
What is the meaning of the verb take off?
When a business or other organized activity becomes very successful, it takes off. If this business takes off, we could make a lot of money.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When a plan, idea, or agreement is still believed in or respected after a period of time, it has held up. The ceasefire is holding up longer than anyone expected.
What is the meaning of the verb hang around informal?
When people stay in a place instead of leaving, they hang around. What's the hurry? Hang around for a while, and when I finish my homework we can watch TV.
What is the meaning of the verb stop off, Atlan?
When you stop off at a place or stop off in an area on the way to another place. You stop there briefly before continuing your journey. Stopping off in Cairo on our way to India would be fun.
What is the meaning of the verb get out of?
When you leave your house and do things that are relaxing and fun, you get out or get out of the house. Ned doesn't get out of the house much, he prefers to stay home and play computer games.
What is the meaning of the verb pull off?
When you pull something off, you succeed in doing something difficult and possibly sneaky or illegal even though the chances of success are not high. When Jake said he was going to try to rob a Las Vegas casino, no one believed he could pull it off.
What is the meaning of the verb let off?
When you fire a gun or explode bombs or fireworks, you let them off. Regional, when you let off steam. You express angry feelings or frustration or do something to relieve those feelings. The high school was evacuated after someone let off a smoke bomb.
What is the meaning of the verb make out, to?
When you write the necessary information on the front of a check, you make the check out. When you write the name of a person, company, or other organization on the check. You make the check out to that person, company, or organization. Nancy made a check out to the IPS for $17,000.
What is the meaning of the verb wipe off?
When you completely remove a liquid from a surface by moving a towel. Or sponge across it with a sweeping motion, you wipe the surface off. You can either wipe off something that is wet or wipe off the liquid. Wipe up is similar to wipe off, however, you wipe up a liquid. But you wipe off the surface the liquid is on. Wipe off your face.
What is the meaning of the verb call back?
When you call someone back, you call a person on the telephone who has called you earlier. Bob was called back by the salesman.
What is the meaning of the verb keep away from?
When you keep away or keep away from people, you do not come close to them or associate with them. When you keep away or keep away from things, you do not touch them, come close to them, or use them. When you keep away or keep away from places, you do not come close to them or go to them. We're going to eat dinner in a few minutes, so keep away from those cookies.
What is the meaning of the verb heat up?
When something or someone makes something hotter, they heat it up. Sometimes the sun heats up the desert to 120 degrees.
What is the meaning of the verb know about?
When you know about a situation, plan, or other information, you are aware of it. Thanks for telling me, but I already know all about it.
What is the meaning of the verb turn over, to?
When you give something to someone because that person demands or requires it, or because you are not its rightful owner, you turn it over or turn it over to that person. Hand over is similar to turn over. After the thieves are captured, the stolen items will be turned over to the rightful owners.
What is the meaning of the verb put off?
When people put you off, they do or say something that offends you. Everyone was put off by his racist jokes.
What is the meaning of the verb break off?
When you break off relations or contact with someone. You decide to end relations or contact with that person. I was so angry at my in-laws that I broke off all contact with them.
What is the meaning of the verb come on?
When you come on a certain way, you speak or deal with people in that way. Paul needs to learn to be more of a gentleman. He comes on too strong, and women don't like that.
What is the meaning of the verb work out?
When a calculation or measurement works out to be a certain amount. This amount is the result of the calculation or measurement. The monthly payment on a 6% loan works out to $642.
What is the meaning of the verb hang up, on?
When you stop talking on the telephone and put down the receiver, you hang up the telephone. When he called me a moron, I got so mad I hung up on him.
What is the meaning of the verb take off?
When you reduce the price of something that is for sale by a certain amount. You take that amount off the price. The sign in the store window said, "Every Monday take 10% off all marked prices."
What is the meaning of the verb believe in?
When you believe in something, you think it exists. Ned is an atheist, he doesn't believe in God.
What is the meaning of the verb get to?
When you get to do something, you are allowed to do it or are able to do it. Timmy was excited because he got to ride a pony.
What is the meaning of the verb try out?
When you try something out. You try it to see if you want to buy it or to see if you want to start using it regularly. I'm not going to spend $2,000 on a bicycle unless I try it out first. You can try it out for 30 days without any obligation.
What is the meaning of the verb burn out?
When a light bulb stops producing light because it has reached the end of its useful life, it burns out. I'm doing because this bulb has burned out.
What is the meaning of the verb catch up, on?
When you study or learn something you are interested in but have not had time for, you catch up on it. I wonder what the latest gossip is. Let's call Michael so we can catch up. After I returned from vacation, I read the newspaper to catch up on the local news.
What is the meaning of the verb put away informal?
When you consume large quantities of food or drink, especially alcoholic drink, you put it away. Be sure to buy plenty of beer if David is coming to the party. He can really put it away.
What is the meaning of the verb take back, to?
When you take people back or take people back to a place where they were before. You go with them to that place. Mike got sick again, so we took him back to the hospital.
What is the meaning of the verb get inland to?
When you get in or get into a place, building, club. Restaurant, meeting, and so on, you obtain permission to enter. When you get other people in or get other people into a building. Club, restaurant, meeting, and so on, you arrange for them to enter. We'll never get into that club, we don't know the right people.
What is the meaning of the verb cool off?
When people or things cause a thing or place to become cooler, they cool it off. This bath is too hot. Put more cold water in it to cool it off.
What is the meaning of the verb turn in, to?
When you complete a test, report, or project and you give it to the person who assigned the work to you. You turn it in or turn it into the person who assigned the work. Hand in is similar to turn in. Melanie asked her teacher if she could turn her project in late.
What is the meaning of the verb carry out, of?
When you carry something out of a place, you hold it in your hands and take it from that place. David was so drunk that we had to carry him out of the bar.
What is the meaning of the verb give away?
When you give yourself away, you accidentally reveal something secret about yourself. When something gives you away, it accidentally reveals something secret about you. Mark tried to keep his affair a secret, but he was given away by his credit card bills.
What is the meaning of the verb cut off?
When you create a physical or psychological barrier between yourself and other people. You cut yourself off from them. When you are separated from other people because of a barrier or a great distance. You are cut off from them. After Dan joined a cult, he completely cut himself off from his family and friends. A flash flood cut us off from the rest of the expedition.
What is the meaning of the verb come down with?
When you are starting to get sick, you are coming down with something or coming down with an illness. My grandmother said, if you don't wear an undershirt, you'll come down with pneumonia.
What is the meaning of the verb cut out?
When you cut out something that you consume, you stop using it. When you cut out doing something, you stop doing it. When you say cut it out to people, you want them to stop doing or saying something. Smoking is the first thing you've got to cut out if you want to improve your health.
What is the meaning of the verb break out?
When fighting begins suddenly, it breaks out. Rioting broke out after the general cancelled the election.
What is the meaning of the verb blow off in formal?
When you do not do something that you are supposed to do because you do. Not want to, or because you do not think it is important, you blow it off. I was supposed to report for jury duty Monday morning, but I blew it off.
What is the meaning of the verb break off?
When you break off relations or contact with someone. You decide to end relations or contact with that person. The two countries broke off relations with each other.
What is the meaning of the verb calm down?
When you calm down, you become less active, nervous, or upset. When you calm other people down, you do something to make them less active, nervous, or upset. Settle down is similar to calm down. I was very nervous about the test, but I calmed down when I saw how easy it was.
What is the meaning of the verb work in?
When you make room, with some difficulty, for something in a schedule or plan, you work it in. We're going to be in Chicago for only a couple of days, but I'll try to work in a Cubs game.
What is the meaning of the verb come through?
When important information, authorization. Or permission that you have been waiting for is received, it comes through. The execution was stopped when the call from the governor came through.
What is the meaning of the verb come out, of?
When people or things leave a place, room, or house that you are not in, they come out of it. The police held their fire when they saw the gunman coming out of the house with his hands in the air.
What is the meaning of the verb go around?
When you go around doing something. You go to various places and deliberately do something that may bother or upset other people. Don't go around sticking your nose in other people's business.
What is the meaning of the verb stick to?
When one thing sticks to another, it remains attached to it. I used the wrong glue, and the tiles didn't stick to the floor.
What is the meaning of the verb live with?
When you live with someone, you live at the same address. When you say that one person lives with a person of the opposite sex. You mean that they live in the same place but are not married. Living with my in-laws is driving me crazy.
What is the meaning of the verb go along with?
When you obey a rule or follow a decision, you go along with it. I don't care what the boss says, I'm not going along with. Any changes that will mean longer hours for less money.
What is the meaning of the verb cool off?
When the temperature of a thing or place becomes lower, it cools off. It was really hot yesterday, but it cooled off in the evening.
What is the meaning of the verb run over?
When you drive over people or things with a car, truck, or other vehicle causing damage, injury, or death, you run them over. I ran over a glass bottle and got a flat tire.
What is the meaning of the verb hang up?
When you hang something in a high place so that it cannot touch the ground, you hang it up. When I get home, the first thing I do is hang my coat up.
What is the meaning of the verb pick on?
When you pick on people, you continually tease and criticize them. The teacher never criticizes anyone else, she picks only on me.
What is the meaning of the verb stick with?
When you stick people with something. You force them to take something or deal with something undesirable or unpleasant. The shoes I bought don't fit, but the store where I bought them doesn't accept returns. So I guess I'm stuck with them.
What is the meaning of the verb stick up?
When something long and narrow is raised above the surface, it sticks up. My hair was sticking up in the back after I woke up from my nap.
What is the meaning of the verb point out?
When you are writing or speaking and you stress or emphasize some important information. You think the reader or listener needs to know, you point out the information. I pointed several flaws out in Prof. Childress's theory.
What is the meaning of the verb run over?
When you go beyond a limit, you run over or run over the limit. I hope the 11 o'clock meeting doesn't run over. I'm meeting a client for lunch at 12 o'clock.
What is the meaning of the verb throw out, of?
When you throw people out or throw people out of a group, place, building, or room, you order them to leave. Kick out is similar to throw out. I haven't paid the rent in 6 months, and I'm worried that the sheriff will come and throw us out.